helping find women will walk by. Beaverton, Oregon, 4:42 West Coast American Standard Time. Yeah, we'll monologue, but hopefully we get some feedback that makes the lives brag. You know, it's a little interesting. It's a little interesting to see the extent that Americans will go to just to interact with the Messiah. Like the extent that Americans will go to just to interact with the Messiah. To touch the robe, to say a prayer. What in the fuck is in an American's genome that would designate pimping as the Messiah? What is it? Really, what is it though? I mean, hopefully all you guys are on Instagram. We'll probably save this damn live, but hopefully you guys are on Instagram. We need to go viral right now, you guys. It's very urgent, more than it's ever been at this point. It's been 12 years of G. John Stop Bomb, and going viral once or twice a month is good, but damn, it's got to be every day, recurring viral, and that's what we left out when we first got started in the whole fame journey. We left out the fact that we would have to be recurring viral as opposed, because obviously we've been viral, anywhere we start up until about probably 2023 or late 2022. We had been viral probably 8 times. Since then, so the last 3.5 years, it's been probably 6 times that. So like the last 3 years are 6 times as viral as the previous 9 before that, and it's still, we need more. So more traffic, more women. It has to be. The whole floodgates have to break. So, and even this, we got 5,000 followers. How many notifications got sent out? You know, the thing, we're happy about the sun and getting drunk and the relative safety of Beaverton, Oregon, but bro, we're trying to see some dimes, bro. So we got this guy Jeff Moet, full full tilt TV. Okay, so you sound like you do things. That name really sounds like you do things. So hopefully, hopefully you do. So that's a heck of a name. We got to read that one more time. That's hard to process and remember. Jeff Moet, Full Tilt TV. Hopefully you go viral. Okay. And so obviously we've never met and we've never watched your YouTube, knowingly watched your YouTube, but we still need you viral. What's wild is speaking of feedback makes the lives, Brack, we need fans and haters to go viral. So yeah, we need our fans to go viral, of course. An example would be Taborowitz. You know, his name is Judas Taborowitz. Okay, uh, or even super handles for that matter. They've went viral. They've gone viral, and so now they're both Judases. But we need even our haters to go viral, let alone our fans and friends and family. We need our haters to go viral because what does that do? Shit, that bumps everything up. That gets everything going. Okay. So we're trying to think of more Judases that we need. Shit, Jack Wagner. Jack Wagner, Andrew Ballahan, Sam Hyde. Even these local fucking rapper hating fuck ass dudes. We need them viral too. Because again, we got to go viral. Right? We're trying to kick ass as a whole. And so it's urgent, bro. These local rappers and haters, WTF Portland, Rip City Heroes, we need them all viral. So, all right. Feedback from Jeff Moet. Full Tilt TV. 9491 says, bro, you got to move out of Oregon. There's no doubt. That's so funny. Bro, now here's the thing. We used to have work here. Oregon used to be a really good place. Before the pandemic and before all the Democrats or the white Republican, well, that's redundant, but before all the Republicans left Oregon, it was a good place, bro. Now it's LGBTQ, it's drug infested, it's homeless, and then obviously it's always been racist, but it used to be that was the only downfall. The only downfall about Oregon was the racism. Now you got the racism mixed into the fold with the LGBTQ, the homeless, the drug infestation, right? And so it makes for Oregon to be a really fucking very mid place. And so, where are you operating at, or where either from or actually Jeff Moet, Full Tilt TV. That's a heck of a name. That is a heck of a name, bro. But where do you operate out of, or where are you from? Either one of them. Either one of them. So either one. But where are you operating out of / from? And so thank you, Jeff Moet, Full Tilt TV. We're gonna remember that name for sure. We gotta make sure we remember that name. So, but yeah, to circle the wagon, we used to have dimes here, bro. There was work in Oregon. There were hoes in the 2010s, like walking down the street, bro. It used to be a really good place, Oregon, back in, when we were in school and, young men, when we were like 28, bro. When we were like 28, is that too early? 28 plus 83. So when we were like 26, it was bussing off the hinges. So, but yeah, now it's like you said, it's fucking trash. It is fucking trash, bro. You're right, bro. But that's only since the pandemic, man. That's only been, 6 years. But, which actually is kind of a long time, but it's trash. So, okay. From DC, lived in New York. Oh, wow. Okay, you're in LA. You're in the West then. That's okay. That matters. That's very near Oregon because it's the West. So, isn't Oregon the worst for? That's hard to know. That's hard to know. But it's so passive aggressive and insidious that people will seek out accidents either so that they can miss work, right? Or to get, you know, so Monday morning, right? They want to miss work, right? So they'll crash into you on purpose. It's a dangerous place. But here's the hidden thing. They need a human interaction that that they can avoid initiating. If they can avoid initiating a human interaction, they'll do it by any means necessary. And as long as they don't have to walk up to somebody and initiate dialogue or anything humane, then they'll do it. And that includes a car accident. And so the type of humans that are in the Pacific Northwest are fucking hideous people. And so they'll crash into you on purpose. Then they get a humane interaction. And they get to be the grievance holder, right? They get to have the grievance, even though they're the aggressor. You know, it's just a pathetic population, right? But it is safe. You can walk at night, you know. Um, you can walk at night. There's industry, all the fucking Mexicans like it. So maybe got to check myself because if all the goddamn foreign fucks like it, then why am I complaining? So yeah. So let's get it. Bracken says visceral. Full tilt TV. Visceral's here. Let's get it, Bracken. Yeah. We're trying. God damn it. We are fucking trying, bro. We are trying to make it Brack. Like, God fucking damn it, bro. We are trying so fucking hard, bro. Gosh, all we ask is that fine women exist. That's the only fucking thing we ask. Like we've never asked for anything aside from fine women existing in public. Like bro, we're not even asking for safety. Safety is good. Safety is good, but we've never asked for it. Bro, we're not even asking for industry. Now, industry is good, of course, obviously, right? But we've never asked for it. We're not asking for weather. We're not asking for We're only asking that fine women fucking exist and walk around in the goddamn public, bro. And that's too much to fucking ask in Oregon and Washington, evidently. It is fucking ridiculous, bro. Bro, this shit is insane. It's a sunny day in Oregon, bro. It's 5 o'clock. There's no women out. Like we are in central Beaverton. We are in inner city Beaverton right now. And there's no women. Zero. Just some fucking. Right as I say that, some fucking homeless fuck spills a bag of garbage like onto the sidewalk. Like right as we say that. This was literally like scraping it off of the fucking ground. It's like you wonder if they do it on purpose so that they can get attention. Like, so. All right, Full Tilt TV says Bro, all right. Listen, hey. So first of all, appreciate the feedback because that makes the lives brag, and we appreciate all our subscribers, followers, fans, friends, family, acquaintances, and haters too. But bro, Jeff Moet, Full Tilt TV. We gotta say your whole name because we want to remember that name, Full Tilt TV, because we need you viral with that, especially with that name. So Jeff Moet, Full Tilt TV 9491. He says just become a passport bro. Bro, how long you been following us? What do you think we do? Bro, did you just recently follow? Who do you think you're talking to? How would we know we're the American Messiah if we've, you know, never had a passport stamp? Like, oh man, bro, that's funny. What? Look, what? Who's this? It's hard to read in the sun, but what's this say? H. Okay. Pippin has the girls take a passport to him. That's so funny right there. Damn, that's funny. IH. Yeah. Oh, back in the day. Well, bro, you should know that we've been abroad more than fucking any millennial, any American millennial, bro, any American millennial. IH is here. HD, thank you for that feedback. So you're in LA, Full Tilt TV. Hopefully you go viral. If you got a name like that, Jeff Moet, bro. Jeff Moet, Full Tilt TV. Man, hopefully you go viral, bro, with that goddamn name. But oh my gosh, you're from the beginning. Hey, bro. All right. Again, Jeff Moet, Full Tilt TV. Bro, you are from the beginning of our fame. So what we used to do that um, before things were automatically HD. That's how long we've been famous. Is that before things were automatically HD, you used to have to go press the HD button in the bottom right, whether it was on Facebook or uh, uh, YouTube. YouTube. So back in 2014, 2016, you had to actually press the HD button on Facebook in the bottom right, and that was on Facebook and YouTube, or else it would have been a standard definition. But that's how long we've been famous. And so again, that's why we appreciate the feedback. That's why we go live on YouTube sometimes because we get to, circle back on things like that. Whereas on Instagram, it's just about now. It's like, wow, now, bow, boom, 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 boom. But yeah, thank you for that feedback, guys. We're probably going to delete this live. Always look forward to keeping the live, but maybe we'll keep it. Maybe we'll keep it. So, yeah. So, getting tan, getting drunk. That's about it, man. So, appreciate the feedback. 5,000 followers, 20 minutes in, 5 o'clock, West Coast American Standard Time. We got to go fucking viral. We need our haters viral. That's how bad we need to go viral. All these local rap fucking trash ass local fuck rappers, we need them viral because that will lift the whole shebang. So, and then even haters like Jack Wagner and Super Handles, we need them viral too. So that's what it is. Because again, it lifts the whole damn thing. We need to go viral. Hit the HD in the lower right. Man, we used to hit the HD in the lower right. We did that. It's funny you asked that. Jeff Moet, Full Tilt TV. It's so funny that you asked that because we just deleted it off of our phone because our phone was getting full of it was getting full, right? We got too much raw footage, and so we were like, man, fuck TikTok, bro. We've had one video get more than 10,000 views ever, ever. Like one video ever, bro. What in the fuck? We deleted that bullshit app, bro. And what's wild about TikTok is that even people that are famous on TikTok, what do they have to go do? They got to go to Instagram and validate their fame because TikTok fame is obsolete. You have to go validate it either here or on Instagram. Only Instagram people are really famous, right? Other than that, TikTok is some fucking horse shit, bro. TikTok is fucking horse shit, bro. We deleted the app because our phone was running out of memory or storage, we should say. Jeff, thank you for asking. Moet, Full Tilt TV, TikTok. G Johnson was, well, bro. Okay. Now this guy has a squirrely name, so we just got to just say this guy. But he says G Johnson must rise again, bro. Hold on. We've been like we're still up. We're just because we're complaining. We can complain while we're up. Right? We can talk trash while we're up, you guys. We can say what needs to happen while we're still up. So he says G Johnson must rise again. I guess maybe if you mean rise higher, then maybe okay. Maybe we should have thought about that before speaking. But if you're talking about rise higher, then yeah, you're right. Must rise higher, we should say. Instead of again, we should say higher. Okay. There we so we agree. We agree. So wish we could repeat that name. That's a squirrely name though. So we just gotta call him this guy. But he's right. He's right. So he says rise more than you are, just continual rising. So from that standpoint, he's right. He's right. Because we do. He's right about that for sure. So he's right. He's right. So yeah, we rose, but we gotta rise higher. And so we gotta go viral, guys. It's Instagram, it does its little thing. Facebook, we went viral. Actually, last week we went viral on Facebook. So we're still doing our little viral thing, going viral here and there, being famous, whoop de whoop. So, but it's got to be like to the point that it's like floodgates breaking, right? It's got to be so continual, recurring viral that it's like the traffic is just obscene. The Traffic is obscene, you guys. That's where it needs to be. All right. You know what, guys? That was a good live. Appreciate the feedback. 5 o'clock, we're gonna get going. Instagram, we're gonna post on it's called GJohn.bomb got taken down, deactivated for whatever reason. Maybe too many women, maybe too many strong opinions. So they got rid of it, as well as East Beaverton. They got rid of East Beaverton too. And so we post now primarily on Oregon surveillance, just like it sounds, Oregon surveillance. And then Beaverton Rotary. Okay, 'cause we got 26 pages total if you count this and Facebook and stuff. So again, that's Oregon surveillance, just like it sounds. Beaverton Rotary, just like it sounds. Beaverton School Districts. That's the name of one of our Instagrams, one of our secondary pages. And so, yeah, Beaverton School Districts. And then the last one we'll give you guys, because there's a bunch, but if you are taking notes, then it's the last one is it's called South Ridge God. Again, just like it sounds. So South Ridge God. That's my high school. And then the word God for the American Messiah. And we're going to go post there. That's where we do most things, just because it's more interactive. You know, you got all the local rappers here. And even though they're fucking haters, at least it's interactive. You know, at the bare minimum, you know, a lot of American guys are fucking trash humans. But man, it's interactive. You know, we need feedback just like any other human. Like, humans are still human. Just because it's the Phoenix, the American Messiah. Jesus needed feedback, right? So does the American Messiah, the Southridge God, right? And so, you know, even though the local guys are such haters, they still do more good than bad, you know? And so we're going to go post to Instagram today, you know, fuck around with the fuck arounds. No homo. But yeah. So, yeah. Gee, are there any? Amen to that. Yeah. Oh, so glad you asked. Wish we could say your name, but it's just, that's such a squirrely name. But you're so right, bro. He says, gee, are there any local bond tent creators you can collaborate with? Now, we have done that. Okay. We've definitely done that. But a lot of those are the haters too. And we'll name them right now. We will name them right now. And while we're naming them, where are you from by chance? Because just out of our own for our own Rolodex, where are you from or operating out of? Either one. Where do you operate out of, or where are you from? Because we're going to answer this very thoroughly. Wish we could say your name, but damn, that's a squirrely name. So, amen to that is right. Damn Skippy. And so now we need to address this local collaboration question. Gee, are there any locals to collaborate with? Well, yes, there is. And we've done it, right? Now, they are some of the most hater fucking vessels of humanity that in G. John's folklore. And we're about to name them right now. The first one is fucking Rip City Heroes. Okay? Rip City Heroes, bro. That's a local guy. And what he does is he plagiarizes our footage, right? slanders us on his page. And again, his name is Rip City Heroes. Okay, an Oregon guy. And here's the thing: about 4 days ago, he reached out on he used the phone icon on Instagram. So he calls us up to slander us, bro. Like, this is 4 days ago. It's so funny that you asked that. Like, it's so funny that you asked about local guys, because Rip City Heroes hit us on the phone. We're like, what? This is the guy plagiarizing us. This is the guy slandering us, And so we picked up, let me get my laugh on, right? He said his little bullshit that some fucking possum from Portland, Oregon. And yeah. So, but yeah, he slanders us, and he's local, and he plagiarizes us. And that's what it is, man. And that's Rip City Heroes. Now, another guy is called WTF Portland, who has blocked us multiple times. Blocked us from almost every single page that he has. Blocked us. WTF Portland. So we got WTF Portland, Rip City Heroes, and then a lot of the local funny guys. It's so funny because the local funny guys are funny until they see the Messiah in their feedback. Right? They're all funny, haha, yeah, we're funny guys, we're Portland, wow, Portland, we're fucking funny, we're local and funny. Yeah, they're all funny until the American Messiah, the Phoenix, the American Messiah is in their comments. The Work Talker, Real Nigga 5000, East Beaverton, Oregon Surveillance, Southridge God is in their comments. Then everything stops being funny and they're ready to fight. Well, that's the price of fame. So all these locals, yeah, we've elaborated in the past, right? So, but those are some of our primary haters, right? And for us, we need them viral. That's what's funny. They're hating on us while we need them viral because we need our state/region to thrive, because we're trying to thrive. So thank you for asking. Again, it's Rip City Heroes, WTF Portland. And then there's some fucking local fucks that are just they're small potatoes, so to speak. But they block too. They're haters too. So amen to that. And Oceanside, okay. Oh wow, you were in Eugene. We just went there. We went there recently in order to go to some venues. Wow. So you're looking to get back to Eugene? What's better, Eugene or Oceanside? Yeah, and that's what happens, bro. And it's funny that like a guy. So we're on YouTube right now. It's funny that you're acknowledging the basic truth, right? Even though you're on YouTube, and Instagram is a totally separate app, right? But you, just as a high processing guy, probably American, can easily diagnose what's happening, right? And again, we'll read the feedback. It says, here, one sec. It's hard to read in the sunlight. Hold on. They see the American Messiah, and the fight or flight kicks in, and that's exactly what happens, right? Now, what's funny about that is the way that you accurately diagnosed that. Local Americans would push back on that. They would fight that notion, with all of their might. They would fight that notion, local Americans. And these are people that graduated from school. These are people that own houses. But they would fight that notion just to avoid acknowledging the Phoenix. And it's insane. It's insane. And they're on Instagram, they're on Facebook. They see all this bullshit unfolding in real time. But yeah, that's real. So Eugene. Yeah, my family member actually lives in Eugene. We were down there probably 30, 20 months ago, maybe. Just going to venues. So Eugene, man. Wow. Yeah, bro. Eugene, bro. We got to go viral, guys. So appreciate the feedback, man. This is so we've been live for 36 minutes. See, without you guys and the feedback, we would have only went live for like 8 minutes. Right? But with the feedback, it gets it bracking, and then we can obviously have a more thorough live. And so it works out. But we're just trying to see women. We are just trying to see some fucking women. But yeah. That's so funny that she said, he said, we'll meet in person. It's possible. Oh, bro, that would be so, and we'll remember. See, bro, we were like, we remember, we'll remember. So, but one day, gee, that's so funny. The dude with the sus name, that's so funny. Even the word sus is funny. He says, the dude with the sus name, that's so funny right there. So now it'll be really easy to remember, right? Because the name itself is so squirrely. But now even that, the dude with the sus name, bro. It's funny that sus is a word. Like, that's funny that sus has become a word. Like, as if suspect is so hard to say or so, but yeah. So that's it, man. Sus name. Still hope you do. Well, tag him. MOT. MOTD. Who? Tag him. Viper the Rapper? That's a funny name, too. Are we on, like, the funny name day? Is this funny name day? Viper the Rapper, bro. Tag him. We'll look at his stuff, bro. See, that's the thing. We need to go viral. So if a dude is tight or goes just hammer, bro, we'll look at him. Like, bro. Yeah. Bro, that's so funny. Sus name. That is so funny. Viper the Rapper, yeah. And yeah. And so the RPG Diner, vermin to lion ratios. So you're right. Surmounted is right. That's the best way to put it. The word surmounted, that's an accurate way to put it, right? But it's every day, right? It's different than, to say it's surmounted, that implies that it's over. When in reality, bro, it's every fucking day. There are more vermin than lions, right? And so it's every day you're outnumbered, bro. And so that's what it is, though. But the RPG Diner, thank you for that feedback. Vermin to lion ratio surmounted. Yeah, every day, bro. A recurring effect into. Okay, what makes you bring up Jet Neptune? Because we just talked about him yesterday because he just endorsed us. Well, see, here's the thing, you guys. We will engage and interact with almost anybody that is going hammer, right? Anybody that's really going hammer, you know, with exception, within reason, right? Obviously, there's people that might be way too squirrely, and we could get more specific on that, but we'll just say the word squirrely. There's people that are way too squirrely, and so obviously we would avoid certain things, right? But in general, if you're just going hammer on the internet, bro, we'll deal with you, bro. Like, we operate with lots of people, you guys. You know, people act like it's like, oh, you should do this and that. It's like, bro, they could easily reach out. They could so like for us, we tag Instagram models, right? Because that's what we are primarily uh, using all of our efforts for, Instagram models and just dimes in general. So we reach out to Instagram models every day, every fucking day, every goddamn day, bro. But let's say there's a guy that, you know, wants either promo or an endorsement or whatever angle he's working, he's allowed to reach out. It's like, why are people playing some game of like a standoff? Why are they just watching the Messiah from the shadows? You know, hit like on a fucking video. Get into the feedback, right? Why are they lurking? Why are they lurking in my DMs? And that goes for World Star Hip Hop, Sam Hyde. Um, who else lurks in our DMs, bro? But primarily those two guys, right? Again, those two guys are major guys. Who else lurks on us? Lots of people do, but like those are the two. Obviously, Rip City Heroes does too, but Sam Hyde is national. World Star Hip Hop is international. I guess Sam Hyde is international, isn't he? But yeah, why are they lurking in our DMs? Just fucking interact, right? Just be humane instead of lurking, bro. Like we talk to the guys, even though they're in our DMs, we still talk to them. We're like, oh yeah, hey, what's up, bro? Definitely heard your name before. It's we can admit who we know. We can acknowledge what we've heard, right? And so we say all that because of this this feedback right here. Hold on one second. It's in the sunlight, it's hard to read. Hold on. Jet Neptune. Okay. So as much as we appreciate, now everyone listen to this, there's only two people here, but as much as we appreciate the Jet Neptune endorsement, bro, he could bro, he's probably been watching that stuff since like 2018. He could have reached out 7-8 years ago, you guys, and we would have acknowledged him like any other. To us, the janitor is the same as the executive director. To us, they're American guys. We would have responded to him the same way that we respond to World Star Hip Hop, the same way that we respond to any major publication, right? MTV Ridiculousness was in our email, right? We'll respond to him the same as we do to MTV, World Star Hip Hop. But, you know, yeah, we appreciate the endorsement, though. We'll definitely, if we ever interact with him, thank him in person, you know. So he can reach out, though, bro. He's allowed to do that. Because here's the funny thing. We thanked him on X. After he endorsed us, we thanked him. We tagged him and thanked him. Right? Thanks for the traffic, man. Appreciate the endorsement, right? But people are allowed to, and for that matter, Jack Wagner, you know, he endorsed us, but then he slandered us, right? Because evidently humane interaction was just too much, right? And so that's what it is. All right, now here's the thing. We want to say your name. We're gonna get to you. Hold on. The guy with the sus name. That's so. We're gonna address that. Let us get to the ones above it. Hold on. So Yan B. Yeah, but yeah, to circle the wagon. Uh, just circle the wagon. Jet Neptune, he can reach out. We've reached out to him to say thank you for the endorsement because we appreciate the traffic, you know. But yeah, we deal with people, bro. Whether it's again everyone from whoever it is, man. The MTV ridiculousness was in our email, and we addressed them. To us, this shit is normal. This shit is regular ass stuff. So, Jet Neptune, yeah, and Yan BP. Okay, Jet Neptune get you fired. Yep, that's good. We appreciate him for sure. We appreciate him for sure. Now we gotta hold on, guys. We gotta get to this shit. Hold on. We'll get you viral. Down. Her. 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 Him. Say viral. Yan B P I S. Okay. World Rap Star 1. MOTD. MOTD. World Rap Star 1. Okay. His channel's World Star. Okay. I mean, we might look at that, you know. That'd be tough to remember, but World, you know, that'd be tough to remember without actually knowing who it is. That would be tough for us to shut this live down and then retroactively like remember that name. But especially if you've never witnessed a guy or heard a guy, then that's tough. But you know, we can read it right now on the live, and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, World Rap Star 1, MOTD, viral. Ryan or Yan BPIS. All right, so we're gonna address this. He says, "Oh, if you got into Sam High's crew, that'd be some viral shit for sure." That's who Jet's with. Yeah, yeah. So Jet's with Hyde, and you know, once we were able to deduce that, let us get a drink real quick. Once we were able to deduce that, we had to work backwards and retroactively to understand what was happening with the endorsement. And, we realized it and we were like, okay, that's great. Hyde reached out in 2020. Now we're in 2026 with Jeb Neptune. It's like they could have reached out way before that, you know? And, here's the thing, bro. And again, we want to say your name, but it's like you said, it's sus. It's a squirrely name, but we want to address you. Man, we need to address you by name. But we'll just talk about the bomb man. What does the American Messiah look like getting into a right-wing nationalist's little gang? Okay. He is one sect or faction of the United States. And we all know what that is, especially if you're American. So, again, you got the American Messiah, you got the Phoenix, you got Real Nigga 5000, the Work Talker, East Beaverton, the Southridge God, Oregon Surveillance, Abu Rashid, Super Handles. Bro, we are such more like we're such an overarching entity that to get inside of a right-wing nationalist gang of online talking heads is almost funny that you would even suggest that, especially after watching us for years, right? It's funny that you would suggest that, right? Now, would we take it? Would we accept an endorsement? Yes, obviously. We'll accept an endorsement. Of course. Right? We want endorsements, right? We recruit people. We talk to marquee guys all the time. We want endorsements every goddamn day. Okay. But to think that like that is a gang that like we would somehow join is almost, it's laughable, bro. But again, appreciate you typing the feedback. So Viper the rapper. Okay. All right. Well, we might look at. I mean, bro, come on. Where is he? Where's he from? Is he from Oregon? Like, that seems random. Again, MOTD. Maybe Viper is a tight ass rapper, but like it seems random. Right? If we remember, we'll look at it. But like, he could easily reach out. So that name is funny though. Viper the rapper. That is such a funny goddamn name, bro. Where is he from? Like, world rap star. That's so funny. But damn, guys. Viper the rapper, MOTD. Thank you for that. Into would be so. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that, bruh, that would be like we would have to almost even to put our mind state into that, to what that would take to be a part of his little gang is almost funny. So yeah, G Johns, you ever hit up the Pearl? We were just there. Okay. Ghost Recon. We were just there for there's something they call First Thursday, and they got all the venues open, and it's broad daylight. People are drinking. It's called First Thursday. So we were just in the Pearl. What high school did you go to? Ghost Recon. Are you from Oregon right now? This is important because most of our stuff is people abroad or out of state. But are you from Oregon? Because very rarely do we talk to Oregon guys online. So, but yeah, thank you for asking. Again, that's Ghost Recon. Ghost Recon, we were there. Boom. First weekend, in what is this? June? First weekend in June. So in Oregon, location. Oh gosh, bro. Ghost Recon. We just said what high school did you go to? Bro, why do people get so fucking dramatic? Bro, as if we're gonna put a face with the name Ghost Recon. That is so fucking, that's so local right there. And again, we appreciate this guy and everything. We appreciate all of our subscribers and followers, man. Fans, friends, family, and even our haters. You guys, we appreciate it. But bro, this is the most Oregon thing ever. That look, you guys look at this. This is so Oregon. Look at the last comment. He says in Oregon, but the location is classified. You guys, we just asked him his high school, right? And again, to circle the wagon, we treat everybody from Obama to the fucking worst human on the world, like the least important human on the planet. We treat you the same, right? So it's like we're asking you a question that we would ask my dad. We're asking you a question that we would ask, a stripper. We're asking you a question that we might ask anybody that we're within arm's reach of, right? That is a basic question, bro. And again, we appreciate this guy. That's a clean name, actually. Ghost Recon is a clean name. But you guys, this is such an Oregon local. So if you guys are from out of state or international, you're witnessing an Oregon interaction right now. Okay. So the famous guy says to one of his subscribers, "Hey, what high school did you go to?" Okay. Now, and then the local guy says, "It's classified." Like, bro, you think the famous guy would like? But again, we get these interactions even going to the strip club, right? Go to the grocery store. We get these interactions, right? We're like how do you become? That's so Oregon right there. To put yourself in the limelight that you're already basking in. Like now, maybe this guy, he's probably just 19. He's probably like a 19-year-old. Just people feel themselves all the time. But but guys, that is such an Oregon interaction. People rolling up to the Messiah, right? Eliciting an interaction and then trying to invert that interaction. As if the famous guy is going to come look for Ghost Recon. Right? Now, that name is clean, though. That's a good name, Ghost Recon. In fact, hope you go viral. Right? Hope that you go viral. So, but that's if you're from out of state or international, you're witnessing. Now transpose that into real life with people rolling up on you, with questions, right? And then they invert it. They invert it as though you're the aggressor, right? Like they try to invert the interaction as though you're the aggressor. That is so fucking Oregon right there. That is such an illustration of local Oregonian behavior, man. And again, we for the fourth time, we appreciate the guy, and his name is clean, and we need him to go viral. But that is so Oregon right there, you guys. Like, it's the famous guy interacting with the bombings. It's the famous guy interacting with the bombings. Like, imagine if Michael Jordan would Michael Jordan come like lurk on you? Like, bro. Anyway, glad that happened because damn, the to watch things illustrate themselves in real time is is something else. But all right, so let's get back to the comments. We're gonna get to the comments because again, the feedback makes the lives brag. So all right, give us a second because the sunlight is busting off the hinges. Why? All right, not Dallas, MOTD. Okay, my family's in Dallas. Got some family in Dallas, so MOTD. Yeah, Dallas MOTD and the Ghost Recon. Yeah, yeah. Odd it would be. Yep, MOTD Dallas. Ghost Recon, the Pearl. Yep, we were there. First Thursday was, in fact, that was one of the best times we've had in Oregon in a while. In a while. It was active. First Thursday. So yeah. Okay. Jesuit. So Ghost Recon went to Jesuit. All right. So all right. Well, let, let's see what he says. Hold on, you guys. Let's see. So all you out of state guys and international guys. Let's see what Ghost Recon says to this question. He says, okay, went to Jesuit. Now we played them. So for all you again out of state international guys, we played them in high school. That is right. That's in Beaverton. Jesuit High School is a private Beaverton high school, and we played them in high school. Okay, my school was called Southridge. They would beat us by 50 in high school. They were private, and they would beat us badly, right, in high school. And so again, they put out a lot of great athletes from that damn school. And so that's Beaverton Jesuit. So, damn. Yeah, we played them. Southridge Jesuit, they would beat the hell out of us in almost every single sport, you know, at least 20 years ago. Who knows about now? Maybe now it's different. Maybe now it's a little bit different. It's probably different now. But back 20 years ago, they used to beat the tar out of us. And so we're going to ask Ghost Recon, if you went to a public high school, which one would it have been? If you did, in fact, go public. Okay. So this is going to be funny to hear him answer this one, right? He says it's classified, as if anyone knows his like legal name or got his picture. Yeah, unless he's famous. Maybe he's famous. Maybe he's like a lightweight famous guy. So that's so funny, bro. Jesuit, we know them for sure. Ghost Recon. Car Freshener says out of stater has witnessed an organ interaction. That's so funny. Car Fresheners facilitated. Yeah, facilitated is right. Car Fresheners facilitated into. Yeah. So again, uh, we're debating on whether to save the live. We'll probably save it. We'll probably save it. We only save probably 1/3 of the lives, but let's get a drink real quick because we're monologuing. And we're trying to get drunk and tan at the same time while going live. So facilitate is right. Car fresheners. Facilitate it into put yourself in the limelight you're already basking in. Yep. And again, we would say your name, but man, that name is so squirrely. So appreciate the feedback though. The feedback is what makes the lives brag. So we'll read your comment one more time. But your name, damn, that name is really sus. Okay. Quote, put yourself into the limelight that you're already basking in. Yep, we do those. So, LOL, he says. G. He said, good quote, G. That's so funny. Good quote, G. LOL. That's so funny. That is so funny, bro. Good quote, G. LOL. Into transposed by car fresheners. Yes. Bar fresheners. Transposed into bro opened my mind on God. Ghost Recon. Now, here's the thing Ghost Recon. It is impossible for you to disrespect the American Messiah. Okay. And this is something that, a lot of pedestrians, locals, a lot of people that we know in real life fail to acknowledge is that it's impossible for you to disrespect the American Messiah, right? And again, we'll use Michael Jordan as the example. Can you disrespect Jordan? Like Michael Jordan, what are you going to say? Oh, with your big hands and beautiful jump shot, and your graceful slashes to the rim. Can you disrespect Michael Jordan? It's impossible, right? So now think about that in terms of the American Messiah. Look who you're talking to. You're interacting with the American Messiah. Is it possible to disrespect the American Messiah? You can disrespect a teacher. You can disrespect your parents, but you are talking to the Phoenix, right? The Phoenix that when he spreads his wings, the vermin smolder. Okay. How do you disrespect someone like that? It's impossible, right? So we appreciate, here's the thing, it gets way worse than that, especially on Instagram, you guys. Instagram gets way worse than that. All we did was address what you said and kind of have a quick laugh. We had a quick laugh at it because it happens so frequently in a place like Oregon. It just happens so frequently that, we had a quick laugh. We diagnosed it. But bro, it gets way fucking worse than that. So, Ghost Recon, it's impossible for you to disrespect the Phoenix. If you think you can disrespect Pimpin', then damn, you must be famous. You're like really famous though. Like you would have to be like the top tier famous to disrespect Pimpin'. So, Ghost Recon, again, we need you viral, especially with that name. If your name is Ghost Recon, we need you viral. And so, Bar Freshener says cleanest live stream on the internet quoted. Commented. Yep. Bar Fresheners. Yep. Ghost Recon. Yep. And again, we would read that name. Damn, that name is so squirrely. Okay. Oh, Ghost Recon would have went to Beaverton. Okay. Now, guys, this is going to sound all right. Now, there's only 5. If you count me, it's 6 people. So There's one Beaverton guy in here, and then obviously me, a Beaverton guy. So there's 2 of the 6 are Beaverton guys. Now, very rarely do we get locals in the live, people from Oregon or even the Portland metropolitan area. But it is so funny and so random, bro. We're in the Matrix. We're in the Matrix now. This guy just said, so he says Beaverton High School, because we asked him if you went to a public high school, which one would it be? Okay, because he went to Jesuit, a private school. Okay, he says Beaverton High School, but only for the snow bunnies. And you know what? Yeah, that's a good reason to go to a place. Now we're gonna invert this. Hold on, how do we change the view? Because look where we are right now. Can you guys? Oh, the sun is blocking it. Can you guys see that in the background? You know what? The sun is blocking it and the tents. We are literally 200 yards away from Beaverton High School, sitting down getting drunk. Okay, we are at the so this Beaverton guy, Ghost Recon. You probably know the what do you even call this place? The outdoor drinking area with all the sushi places and little tiny bars and the tattoo shop right near the bank, U.S. Bank. We're right there. Like we're literally. So it's so funny how the Matrix works. Okay, like we're literally looking at Beaverton High School right now. We're 200 yards away. We're not on the school property, but like we're 200 yards away, directly looking at Beaverton High School. It is so funny that in an international live that you like that's how you know we're in the Matrix, man. But that is wild, bro. This is the Matrix, you guys. We're literally looking at Beaverton High School right now as he types that. Again, 200 yards away, just so you guys know, because we're drinking and everything. But yeah, Ghost Recon, thank you for that feedback. Snow bunnies for sure. Snow bunnies for sure, man. Ghost Recon, Beaverton High School, snow bunnies. Hey, get them going. Into MS. Oh, you're right. You're right. We could have done that. We could have just said MS this whole damn time. Okay, you're right. You're right. So MS. That's yeah, actually we should have thought of that. Okay. So yeah, so MS. That's better. Yeah, MS. So MS says he's getting drunk too. So all right. MS, thank you for that feedback. Ghost Recon, thank you for that feedback. Ghost Recon into MS, into bar fresheners says impossible. Logically, that's so funny. Bar fresheners is here. Thought about. Yeah, MS. Yeah, it's true. MS, it's so true, bro. Yeah, we're in the Matrix, bro. It's something else, bro. This is something else, man. You got just NPCs just like coming at you, bro. But man, 74 minutes. What's wild is we would have without you guys, we would have just turned the live off after 8 minutes. We would have done a quick monologue and then bounced. So yeah, NPC is right. These fucking NPCs are fucking insidious. It's wild because they're NPCs, but they still need interactions. It's funny. Like, but Yeah, man, that's something else. So we got Rye Dean 2000. Yeah, bro, we just been live for 75 minutes. So we're gonna if a live is 75 minutes, we'll probably have to save it. You know, too much good footage, man. Too many good talking points. So, but yeah, we'll give it a couple more minutes and then we'll probably get up off of here. But again, appreciate everyone for stopping in. We do need to go viral. We really need to go viral. And again, it's every day. It's a recurring theme. Go viral. Every day's a damn side quest, man. So get drunk, get tan, 6 o'clock West Coast American Standard Time. We're just trying to see if there's women walking around, honestly. I mean, obviously we appreciate you guys. We appreciate all of you guys. But man, we're just trying to see if there's women walking around while we're getting tan and getting drunk. And so in the public, bro, in the middle of Beaverton, Oregon, man. But that's how it is, bro. That's really how it is, bro. So, yeah, we'll give it a couple more minutes, see if any dimes walk by, and then we're going to bounce. So, Jet Life. All right. Here, this is a great question. So for everybody that has been here, this guy's name is Jet Life, and now we know who he is because he's been here for years. And he says, travel. So yeah, we've traveled way less after the pandemic because we were focusing on becoming a full time rapper and then getting in shape for basketball. So before the pandemic, it was migrant work like teaching English in Honduras, Colombia, Russia, Turkey, China, Korea. It was a lot of that, and so that's what. Hey, baby. All right, little kid. Hey. So it was teaching English in random places around the planet, and so we had to travel to get there. So we were teaching English, right? And that kind of jump started, a lot of our traveling. Whereas now we're just trying to play basketball and do rap shows. And so in that case, we're going to travel in Oregon, maybe Washington. And then for basketball, we went to the Dominican Republic 3 separate times to play in their little exhibitions and try to, become a pro basketball player. Now, our Achilles, wish our man, we was just talking about this earlier today. Our Achilles are pretty tenuous, man. It feels like they're about to break, bro. Every morning waking up, like walking with just sore Achilles just from playing basketball. And so we always got to take that time off. And when we take that time off, what do? We go get drunk. You get drunk, you gain weight, right? You gain that kind of malt liquor water weight, right? And so we're probably like 28 pounds. It's hard to say overweight. We are overweight, don't get me wrong, but it's overweight for a basketball player, right? For a basketball player, we would need to be 28 pounds shredded, like less than we are now, and shredded. And so yeah, we went to Dominican Republic, but that's about it, really. Outside of visiting my dad in Tulsa and Springfield, Missouri, that's the only traveling we've done. But Dominican Republic, fool, that was shit. That was fun, right? Even though obviously we went there to play pro basketball, and then we just our stamina just was we got to get still got to get in shape, man. Just the best shape of our lives, man. Because Damn. Yeah, you gotta be in real ass shape to play pro basketball. So Jet Life, great question. Thank you for that. Answer that. So we'll probably get going. We'll leave a couple minutes for some last minute feedback, and then we'll probably get going. Out here getting tan, getting drunk. 6 o'clock, West Coast American Standard Time. So yeah, Jet Life, thank you for that. Rydeen, thank you for the shout out. MS, thank you for the. That's so funny. We got to call him MS. So bar fresheners, thank you. We're gonna leave a couple seconds open for some last minute feedback, and then we're gonna bounce, guys. So 81 minutes. Thank you guys for showing up. Otherwise, it would have been just 8 minutes. Without you guys, it would have just been an 8-minute live. So thanks for coming. We'll talk to everybody later.